Kevin Porter Jr. was arrested at a Manhattan hotel for domestic assault, allegedly. Police say the Houston Rockets guard assaulted his girlfriend at the Millennium Hotel overnight. News 4's Mark Santia live on the east side with what we know about this alleged attack. Mark.
And Natalie, police were called to the hotel this morning around 6:40 for a dispute. Houston Rockets guard Kevin Porter Jr. walked out of the 17th precinct to an awaiting police car. Porter Jr. is facing assault and strangulation charges for an alleged attack inside the Millennium Hotel. Multiple law enforcement sources with knowledge of the case say Porter Jr. returned to the hotel this morning. His girlfriend was asleep inside their hotel room. Law enforcement sources say Porter Jr. entered the room. Minutes later, those same sources say his girlfriend was running through the hotel hallway screaming for help. Police arrested Porter Jr. His girlfriend was taken to the hospital with multiple injuries, including bruises on her face. Porter Jr. said nothing as he left the 17th precinct late this afternoon. The Houston Rockets released this statement a short time ago saying, quote, "We are in the process of gathering information surrounding the matter involving Kevin Porter Jr. We have no further comment at this time." An NBA spokesman said, quote, "We are aware of the reports regarding Kevin Porter Jr. The league office is in contact with the Houston Rockets and in the process of gathering more information." Porter Jr. was taken by police downtown in Manhattan Criminal Court, where he's expected to face a judge this evening. We're live on the east side. I'm Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
How you doing? This is Nathaniel Sosa Sports Center. Today I want to talk about Kevin Porter Jr. For those of you who know, he was arrested for allegedly assaulting his girlfriend, and recently he was involved in a trade to the Oklahoma City Thunder where they plan to waive him. I'm going to read you an article from ESPN titled "Thunder Acquiring Kevin Porter Jr. and then waiving and will be waiving him." The Houston Rockets have traded guard Kevin Porter Jr. two future second-round picks to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The team announced on Tuesday night the Thunder will be immediately waiving Porter. Sources told ESPN on Tuesday. The Rockets are getting Victor Oladipo and Jeremiah Robinson Earl in a deal that will send a 2027 second-round pick via the Minnesota Timberwolves for a 2028 second-round pick via the Milwaukee Bucks to the Thunder, sources told ESPN. Essentially, the deal allows the Thunder to gather up draft assets and require them to pay the $16.9 million of guaranteed salary left on Porter's new 4-year contract and saves the Rockets $5.5 million in salary. Porter's future in the NBA is in significant question after he was arrested for an alleged attack on girlfriend. I cannot pronounce her name, and I apologize, but Kaisir Gundrizik. I apologize again, I cannot pronounce that name. A former WNBA player at the Millennium Hilton near the United Nations on September 11th in New York. Prosecutors initially said during Porter's arraignment a day later that the attack left her with a fractured neck vertebrae and a deep cut above her right eye, but Manhattan prosecutors dropped one of the assault charges against Porter on Monday, acknowledging that he did not fracture her neck during the alleged assault. On Tuesday, she told the New York Post that Porter didn't hit me, saying allegations that he beat me were not true. Porter still faces charges of second-degree strangulation and third-degree assault, to which he pleaded not guilty. Porter signed a 4-year contract extension worth as much as $82.5 million last season. However, it is only partially guaranteed because of Porter's history of off-court issues. Porter was the number 30 pick in the 2019 draft after spending one season at USC where he was suspended because of conduct issues. He played his rookie season in Cleveland but did not join the team the next season because of personal reasons. He was traded to the Rockets for a top 55 protected second-round pick in January 2021 in the wake of a shouting match with Cavaliers officials. The Thunder have amassed 15 first-round and 22 second-round picks over the next 7 years. Oklahoma City acquired Oladipo in an offseason trade with Miami Heat that brought them 2 future second-round picks. Oladipo has a $9.5 million on his expiring contract and is rehabilitating a torn patella tendon in his left knee. Robinson Earl has a 1.9 guarantee for this season and a 2 million team option for next year. Uh, Going back to Kevin Porter Jr., it's unfortunate what he's going through, but he definitely has so many issues going on. As you see, he had issues at USC, he had issues with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and even though with all these issues, the Thunder still offered the man a $82 million contract, and then he gets into it with his girlfriend and the situation. Even though she's saying that he didn't hit her, but as you watched in the video, she was running and screaming for help in the New York hotel. So with her not saying, even though people saw it, I'm not sure if it was on camera. Um, but with her denying the claims, we don't know if the NBA is going to take him back or what his career could be, possibly overseas. Um, but like I said before, with another athlete with the Charlotte Hornets, like even if you go overseas, or if you try to go overseas, a lot of people just not going to take you with all these problems. He just, Kevin Porter Jr. just seems to like really can't get right. Even with offered all this money, he can't get past his issues and concerns. And even though a lot of these players are very talented, the NBA has to start forcing these players to get counseling if they have so many issues. Suspending the player is one thing, or kicking the player out the league is another. But we definitely need to get a lot of these players some mental help, because a lot of these players come from very rough situations. We don't know what they see, even though they're talented players. They still are young minority men who have seen a lot, probably seen too much, and they need counseling. They need some type of mental help uh, to succeed in life. We know they can dunk a basketball and play ball, but how are they going to succeed outside of the NBA? What is the path for Kevin Porter Jr. without the NBA? He's been able to make it because he's a very talented player. He's about 6'9", coming out of Seattle, and he's made it this far. Even like I said, even will still get a bigger contract with some of the issues. And there's been people talking about how there was some off the court issues with him in the locker room. And I believe he did get in a scuffle on the sideline with one of the players on the team. So it's just come to a point where he's dealing with anger issues and he has to be able to calm down. But how do we get this young man help? You know what I'm saying? Should he be on medicine? Is he bipolar? There's some of the things that we need to find out and get him evaluated. And it seems too late because he's already hurting the women he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And it's just very unfortunate that young lady has to deal with it. His family has to deal with this, and the NBA and the fans have to deal with this. But we have to start getting these players some mental evaluations and getting these players help instead of just saying they have issues and just trading them. How do we help these young men before they hurt other people? How do we help these young men before they hurt themselves? Mental health is very important, and it's something that we need to really dive deep, dive deep into. Just because these young men are grown or they making millions of dollars doesn't mean they don't need mental help. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that they still need. And I think it's something that the NBA needs to force upon a lot of these athletes. When they start dealing with these issues, just like community service, they have to go and they'll be suspended until they take so many hours of counseling. And they can't come back into the league or come back into the team until they get so many hours of counseling. I think that's something that definitely needs to be embedded into the NBA. I'm not sure if they do it now, but a lot of these young men need help because all they're doing is hurting other people and hurting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Definitely send a prayer out to Kevin Porter Jr. and his girlfriend. Hopefully they can, stop the violence. He can stop the violence against her, and hopefully she can get help because she seems like she still wants to be with him. And it seems like she might be allegedly lying about the incident just to try to help him, which is unfortunate because I've seen that with my mom and my father. He used to beat her, and I seen that with my older sister and her boyfriend. He beat her, and I seen it with my younger sister. You know what I'm saying? She got into physical fights with her boyfriend. So how do we end this cycle? You know what I'm saying? How do we get these young men and women help to properly deal with their issues instead of just throwing them away? How do we help them before they hurt others? Again, this is Nathaniel Swopes of Swope Setter signing out, and you all have a good one.